So, welcome back to Hot Top Vlogs. I'm not gonna introduce myself, but what I want to talk about is, uh, I've been losing weight. You know what I'm saying? And I've been trying to lose weight for, like a good long time. You know what I'm saying? Uh, at one point I was 270 pounds. Then I got down to some like 240, messed up. You know, went up to 315 pounds. Got down to 280, messed up again. Got up to 335. Now I'm down to like 309 or something, and things like that. What I want to talk about though is how much I've been hating the fact that I've been fat, but can't really control my eating, and why I hate the movement, the fat acceptance movement. I don't hate fat people. I don't hate fat people. I hate this fat acceptance movement though, because they basically say well, I don't know what the textbook definition is, but it's basically accepting yourself and accepting the fact that you're fat. Now, you should definitely accept yourself. I do agree with that part. I do agree with that. You know what I'm saying? You definitely should accept yourself, whether you get bullied, abused, whether you got a handicap, anything. You definitely should accept yourself. Look at me. I got all kinds of black spots on my forehead. I'm still working to accept myself. Right. And that's something I agree with, but that's like, you shouldn't accept being fat. And I'm just gonna say I don't care who I accept, because being fat, it's like you capping such a limit on your potential, man. And it's like it's so many problems that come with being this size. And I totally believe I was on my way up to like 400 pounds and didn't even know it. And if I didn't attempt to stop myself from consuming so much food, I definitely would have hit 400 pounds before I even realized what happened. Because I reached 270 pounds before I realized what happened, 315 pounds before I realized what happened, 335 pounds before I realized what happened. It's like it's a never ending cycle. And food addiction, I pity for anybody who's going through a food addiction, because I'm going through the same thing. And, it may be, accelerated by depression or emotions or anything like that. Whatever you may be going through, I'm an emotional eater, and I'm slightly depressed. I'm schizophrenic, and it's like anything that happens, bad, good, sad, mad, happy, glad, depressed, I want to eat. I want to eat to celebrate, and if I'm sad, I want to eat to make things better. And it's like, when you going through that type of up and down emotional stuff because of life, basically, it's like that really gives you the justification and permission. But then it's like when you rely on that, it's like it can get out of hand for real. It can become a real addiction. And the fat acceptance movement is basically saying it's okay to give in to the justification of addiction, and it's not. I mean, if you could control it, if you like eat whatever you want, right, and then you go to the gym and work it out, so your body can basically, I don't know the medical term, I don't know the scientific term, but if it can take in those basic nutrients and things that food has and utilize it for fuel, then I think that's cool. But when you just packing it on, you eating a pizza a day, 2 liter pops, and all these things, you're gonna end up paying the price, dog. Because it's like, and everybody know this, but it's like the more ingratiated we get into society and social media, the more society want to start justifying these things that are really bad for us. And even worse, they want to start giving it a name so people can latch onto it and attach it to their identity. You know what I'm saying? And so, they say it's like accepting yourself. And look, I get that. But what it actually is, dog, is, from what I see, it's like being this weight is taking off. Being this way is difficult, especially when you got society making jokes about you and fat and all this stuff, and you're fat, and what I'm saying, all these fat jokes and things like that. I like a good fat joke. I'm one of those people that's like, look, anything can be funny, but if it's not funny, then it's just offensive. But if you can make it funny, like, it's cool. Then that's just me. But you know what I'm saying. This type of thing is just going through it. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't really vibe with the belief that if you can make it funny, then they won't be offended, and that's just them. But if you that will make it harder on them because if you go around the internet or anywhere, you see people making fun of fat people, you just come across it, then you automatically offended. Where if it's funny to me, I'll laugh and won't be offended. But if you offended and you take you start taking it into your heart and things like that, it'll fuck around and make you make that decision to start eating. Ain't even hungry, and it ain't nothing gotta happen. You just eating because it's like a sport or something. You know what I'm saying? So I think most motherfuckers just identify themselves with this fat acceptance movement because it seems like nobody else in society will accept them. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's always the popular girl, the cheerleader, the football player, the dudes with money, the popular influencers, all these things. Well, some fat people want to be that popular thing. They want to be accepted for who they are. Fat acceptance. So let's come together and conglomerate and accept each other. Now it's becoming this mass movement where, you know, like you should accept yourself, but you shouldn't accept this type of, weight gain because it can be very obstructive. Like for example, it's some people that, may have kids and things like that. You may have a kid, you may have two kids, however many kids, and your kid wants you to go play with them and things like that. But you like 400 pounds. You can't throw a football, a ball, basketball. All you can do is like play toys with them and things like that. I don't know about you, but when I was growing up, I was outside. Man, I played football, tackle football, wrestling, all this stuff. Basketball, weightlifting, all this stuff. All this stuff when I was like a little kid. I could go outside. My parents could go outside. My dad will hoop with me all the time. And as a kid, you just playing basketball. You just really, going through the motions and things like that. But if my dad was fat as fuck, like I am, he wouldn't be able to hold me not too long. You know what I'm saying? Things that fat people go through, man. It's like it may look good from like a social media standpoint, and it may even look better if people like congratulating you and clapping for you and all these things. But none of those people are going to your funeral, bro. None of these people that hit like and comment on your fat acceptance speeches and all these things, they not sending you a bouquet of flowers at your funeral, a card, things like that. You're gonna be forgotten, dog. You're gonna be forgotten, and it's like people are latching on to it so tough because it's easier to eat a whole pizza than it is to like work out or doing what I'm doing, which is fasting basically. You know what I'm saying? I lost like 20 something pounds this month in like 2-3 weeks. So, and it's not my first time doing it. I'm kind of well versed in fasting. But like, it's like, for anybody that's like actually skinny or actually fit, I'm going to give you some encouragement to not get fat. You already got the encouragement. But if you know somebody out there that's like, they might be, gaining some weight or, look like they falling off the deep end. Hey, man, my feet would get so fucking swollen. I couldn't put on my shoes. And I wear about a good 10 and a half, maybe an 11. I couldn't fit my shoes. So I had to put on some sandals that I couldn't fit. Not only was they was small for my feet, but my feet was swollen as hell. So I can't even put these bitches on. So as I'm walking through, my mom's crib and everything on solid ground, these bitches are coming apart, bro. So I'm basically walking around with fucked up sandals because I allowed myself. And most people say, "Well, just buy better sandals." That's not the point. That's not the point. Why is my feet so swole that I can't fit my regular shoes? And these shoes are so broken in that I have no business not being able to fit my shoes. You know what I'm saying? Walk into the front door and back. Walk into the bathroom and back. My bathroom, like if you walk out my room and turn right, that's the bathroom. I'm tired as fuck when I come from the bathroom. When I go out my room to the bathroom and back to my room, I'm tired as hell, bro. I'm tired. That's literally like 5 steps to pee, zip up my pants, go back 10 steps. Why am I so tired that I'm lightheaded? That is not cool, bro. That's not cool. It's not. It's like that's what being overweight and obese does. The word obese literally means death. So how can you basically accepting death if you on this fat acceptance movement? And we've seen plenty of fat acceptance influencers die because they're just overweight. And it's like the movement is being championed, but the people are not. Because there's never no rest in peace to such and all this. It's always the movement. You know what I'm saying? And so another thing I went through, this is embarrassing. This is embarrassing. Sometimes I can't even wipe myself. I can't even wipe myself. I had to buy a portable duvet. I think that's how you call it, a duvet, from Amazon. You know what I'm saying? I had to use that to clean myself whenever I get off the toilet. I can't even wipe my ass. That's pathetic, bro. And I'm willing to say it online just to help somebody because once I get done with this, I'm never allowing this to happen to me again. I'm just not allowing it, bro, because it will get so bad, right? Before I bought the duvet, I don't know how you say it, but before I bought the duvet, it was such a struggle to reach around and clean myself. I just had to say fuck it. I just had to say fuck it. I had to go out into the world, bro. 335 pounds on my way to 400. I really surpassed my limit of weight gain. I can literally just do simple shit. And it's crazy, bro, because like if people just keep moving towards this fat acceptance thing, it's not a good place to be. It's not a good place to be. My spirit was totally broken. My spirit was totally broken. I was really like on the verge of unaliving myself. You know what I'm saying? And it's like just going through that. Like even if I wanted to make some breakfast, my body would hurt so bad standing in front of the stove trying to make a pot of rice. Rice don't take nothing but 15 minutes to make. 2 minutes into making the rice, I'm struggling. I'm struggling to stand up. I have to get a stand stool to sit in front of the stove so I can make rice for 15 minutes. And it's like, bro, this is unacceptable. It's unacceptable, bro. So you can't play with your kids. You can't wipe yourself. You could barely walk anywhere in your own house without getting winded. And you can't do anything in front of the stove. You know you're hungry, but you don't want to cook because of the pain you know you're going to have to go through. If you go anywhere in the world, like on an airplane, anything like that, I'm not saying this is going to happen, but you just got to be mentally prepared for somebody going to talk about your fat ass sitting on 2 seats at the airport. I got sleep apnea. Sometimes I stop breathing when I sleep. And when I do snore to get some air, it's so freaking loud that my mom would literally have to hit me so hard to get me to stop snoring. And when a snore get caught up where how it works, when that sleep apnea hit, I literally like stop breathing, bro. And that's why I wake up with insane headaches because I'm literally not breathing in my sleep, because of my weight. So man, being fat, man, even if you're not part of the fat acceptance movement, just try to get your weight under control. You ain't even gotta be no fitness model. You ain't gotta be no GQ, Vogue, all this shit. You ain't gotta be that. Just get it under control, bro. Because you don't want to end up like me, where I'm just one step away from death if I sleep too long, or it's just what I'm saying. Another thing, I can only get 2 to 4 hours of sleep. And I don't know if that's because I'm big, but ever since I started losing weight, I attached another hour to my sleep. So instead of many years where I'm sleeping 4 hours, then even a little bit longer where I'm sleeping 2 to 4 hours, ever since I started losing weight, I started sleeping 5 hours. So it's like the little shit, bro. The little shit that makes you human. that you are more valuable to appreciate, you start to lose it the more weight you put on. So I'm gonna stop the video right here because my video about to keep saying low storage. So, but man, I'm not trying to hold anybody. I'm not trying to roast nobody. I'm just saying life is a lot more harder when you a lot more bigger, and it's really not worth it, bro. I remember being fit when I was in school. My life was, it wasn't all bad, but it was better than I could do simple things. And when you get those simple things removed from you, you start to realize that some things you took for granted because you was greedy.